to the Broken Stove. I know it's been a week. We hope you enjoyed your week. Well, I know we did. Welcome to our new set. We've kind of redesigned a couple of things. New ideas. New recipes are coming up. Today we're going to have something super special for you. And I'm
super simple.
Super simple. I like it. I like it. And I want to get out of the way and let my lovely wife take over. Y'all stay tuned.
Okay, so we're going to do a leftover night, and we're going to create it into something off the chain, off the top leftovers. We're going to use the chicken that we made just last night, which we baked in a pan. It was my mom's recipe from when I was a little girl. I don't even remember how she did it, but this is how I think she did it. There was like chicken breast and chicken broth and onions and garlic and seasonings, and it baked in the oven, and it made this lovely breast of chicken that was moist and delicious. Well, we had that for dinner the other night, and then I'm using the leftovers, and I chopped it all up, took that. I'm going for the pantry today to make a leftover dinner. This is the broth from that oven baked chicken pan. It's chicken broth is delicious. There's whole cloves of garlic. I'm going to chop that up and put it in our thing. We're going to make chicken tortilla soup. I have in the pantry, I have some pinto beans. I'm going to use some fresh chopped onion, sweet onion, which I've already have chopped. I have some tortilla shells in my refrigerator. This is all from my pantry, and I'm using leftover chicken. I have salsa that's left over from another night. I'm going to use a can of red tomatoes and green chilies. I'm going to use some cumin. I'm going to use some chili powder. And I'm going to begin by sauteing the onions that I've chopped up in some olive oil. Once I do that, then I'm going to add the chicken broth from the other dish that we made last night. And then I'm going to take the whole garlic cloves that were in that dish, and I'm going to press them into the onions, sauteing. Throw the chicken in there. It's all cubed up, chopped up. And then I'm going to start adding all the ingredients, and I'm going to make a soup out of it. We're going to throw the tortillas in there. That's going to thicken it. I have some masa that's going to thicken it. And we're going to have chicken tortilla soup tonight from leftovers. Okay. Alright, the onions are sauteing right now in some olive oil. Some freshly cracked black pepper. Don't be afraid of pepper. It's wonderful. Alright, there's that. And then I'm going to take the garlic whole cloves that were baked in the oven, and I'm going to press them into this. They were baked in the oven on the other night when we had the chicken dinner. Press them in here. Lovely. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Another one. Another two. I love my garlic pressed. Whole cloves right in, pressed in. Roasted garlic from a chicken dinner. Now we're making chicken tortilla soup. Alright. Get that going. After this, I'm going to add my diced up chicken. I'm going to add the chicken broth from the other night that came with the roasted chicken. Then we're going to start making it Mexican style. Chicken tortilla soup. Alright, I got my onions and my garlic from the chicken broth. The whole garlic cloves that were roasted in the oven with the chicken breast that we had. They're translucent, ready to go. Alright, now I'm going to add the chicken broth from the other dinner that we had. The roasted oven chicken breast. Oh yeah. That's going to go in. I'm also going to throw in I have some leftover jarred salsa, just regular restaurant style salsa. Throw that in. We're going to bring all this to a boil. We're going to add the chicken. We're going to add the beans, the pinto beans. We're going to add some can of green chilies and diced tomatoes. Bring it all to a boil. I'm going to add the chicken meat. We're going to add the can of pinto beans, some cumin, and some chili powder. And then at the very end, when it's all done and ready to serve, we're going to slice up the leftover tortillas from another dinner. Slice them real thin, kind of like noodles maybe, if you want to say. And throw those in there. That's also going to thicken it up, and it's going to be chicken tortilla soup. And we're going to serve it with some crispy, crunchy tortillas, chips, and some sour cream, and that's how you do it.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the show up to this point. I want to take a minute and show you something that we made earlier this week. My wife Dee put about quarter inch worth of water in the bottom of this cooking pan and diced up some onions and whole garlic and chunks of butter in this pan. And it's been sitting here just all day long, and it smells remarkable. This is water, onions, butter, and big chunks of garlic, making it nice buttery. We've had these chicken breasts with the bone in for a while, and there's 4 in this pack, and they were very, very big. But what we're going to do is, I've rinsed them very well. I'm going to brush on liberally some canola oil on the meat, pepper, celery salt, and some rotisserie chicken seasoning, and we're going to just coat the top, the skin side. We'll leave the other side plain, and what we're going to do is 375 in the oven, put them in this water, and just let it cook uncovered for about an hour. I think the total time is going to be about an hour and a half cooking, but the moisture and all this seasoning is going to be absorbed into the chicken because it has the bone in, so it should be very good. The skin will get crispy, and it should turn out very, very delicious. We made some russet potato with some green peppers and all that stuff. We're going to heat that up. But I just want to take a minute to show you this. It's a very simple, quick, easy meal. It takes about an hour. Something to make during the week. Anyway, again, I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's get back to it.
Alright, now the soup base is simmering, and it's about ready to just add the rest. You have to remember, the rest of the stuff's already cooked. And so was this to begin with. All I did was saute some onions. I added a can of green chilies and chopped tomatoes, and I added a little bit of leftover salsa from a jar. I used the chicken broth that was left over from the chicken breast dinner that we had, and I used the leftover garlic cloves, and I minced them up and put them in here. This is all simmering and getting all nice and combined and all flavorful. Tastes wonderful. Now all I have to do is add leftover chicken meat, which is chopped up chicken breast. I'm going to add a can of cooked already pinto beans. At the very end, I'm going to slice up some very thin strips of flour tortillas. That's going to thicken it up a little bit. And we are going to have chicken tortilla soup, homemade from leftovers. Simple. Alright, the base of the soup is simmering nicely. Once again, we took the broth from a chicken dinner we made. I sauteed some onions, and I used the garlic cloves from a chicken dinner that we made. and press them into this. We have a can of pinto beans, seasoned Mexican pinto beans. We have a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. And we're going to add the leftover chicken that we had. It's all diced up, chicken breast meat. That's all diced up. Let that heat through. In the very end of this being heated through, oh, there's cumin, there's chili powder, there's garlic and onion and green chilies and diced tomatoes and... Alright, the chicken tortilla soup has been simmering with the pinto beans and the chicken and the diced tomatoes and green chilies and onions and garlic, and everything's simmering all nicely together. The very end, we're going to throw in the tortilla shells, or sliced up. Kind of like noodles, kind of like dumplings. Slice up flour tortilla. This is going to make it thick, and it's going to make nice chicken tortilla soup. There you go. Dump all that in there. It's going to be lovely. Put them in at the end because they're already, you just need to let them heat up and they'll fluff up and they'll get fat and thick and yummy. And then we're going to serve this up with some grated cheese and some sour cream and some crispy tortilla chips. Alright, we're going to plate this up. And basically, in the end result, it basically is a dish that you might call a Mexican chicken and dumplings. Because those flour tortillas fluff up like dumplings, and it's the chicken and the beans and the tomatoes and the peppers, and it's beautiful. And they fluff up really nice like dumplings. Plate it up, put some cheese on top of it. Got some tortillas to eat on the side. Put a little dollop of sour cream on top of it. There you go. Alright, leftovers 101. Yum.
We want to thank you for watching thebrokenstove.com. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes. And again, thank you for watching. This is going to be good. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This is better than a restaurant. What do you
Better
think?
than a restaurant.
Oh, well, a Cherokee chief as he dances along, he does an Indian boogie to a white man song, singing, hey.